Climor Batat, Anil Climor Batat, Anil Climor Batat.
At this time of year, there's nothing a group of Yorkshire folk like better than a day trip. A few beers, a sing-song, and in this case, a secret destination. What makes this little jaunt extra special is that South Yorkshire Council are paying. But what Councillor Norman West has in mind should soon wipe the smiles off these happy faces.
Where are we off to, Norman?
Where are we going?
Live now, Pele.
A day trip to Doncaster wasn't quite what we'd hoped for. Still, that's where the mystery tour was to end, at the Museum of Yorkshire Life at Cusworth Hall. But Norman isn't a councillor for nothing. He has something else up his sleeve.
If you will. So where I brought it. Okay. Come on, this is where I brought it. No, this is where I've intended to bring it. Come on.
Down in the bowels of the old house, Norman reveals our deathly destination.
What is it?
Now, what I brought you to see is South Yorkshire County Council's standby headquarters, standby nuclear headquarters, or in other words, it's South Yorkshire County Council's nuclear bunker at Doncaster.
So there we stood in this nuclear bunker, whilst Norman explained that if a bomb was about to drop, this is where 80 chosen people would live and plan our brave new world. The bunker's existence beneath the museum had been kept from the public for 20 years. Now we could see it for ourselves. Now the whole point of the exercise is not to show what sophisticated civil defences we have, as you might expect, but on the contrary, to prove that in the event of a nuclear explosion, places like this will be absolutely useless. Though the council have declared South Yorkshire a nuclear-free zone, they do have a legal duty to provide this nuclear bunker.
We're over here.
But by opening it to the public, they intend to discredit it and score a few political points against the government at the same time.
As you know, we as a council have come out quite strongly against nuclear weapons and nuclear arms. And we have this place and another place under County Hall, and we decided, and I think quite properly, to let people know just exactly what we have got and to show them the sorts of things which are going on in the name of civil defence.
Well, what's wrong with it?
Well, there's quite a lot of things wrong with it. I believe, quite frankly, that this place, first of all, isn't geared up anyway. If we did have a nuclear attack tomorrow, heaven forbid, we couldn't cope with it.
And looking around, he does have a point. The South Yorkshire bunker would be more suited to Dad's army in the 1940s than a nuclear retreat in the 80s. If the bomb went off tomorrow, the 80 or so top brass and specialists who'd be expected to survive down here would find it in a sorry state. Apart from a few maps and lots of tables, there are no beds, no food stores, no tools, no communications, and even the clocks don't work. These telex machines date back to the last war, and they're only here, I'm told, because someone was going to throw them away. I've also heard that there's only 2 men in the entire county who know how to fix them. That's assuming, of course, that they're working in the first place. They're not. They aren't even connected. Neither are the radio communications. So if the bomb was dropped tomorrow, this bunker for one would be incommunicado and therefore completely useless. Certainly the picture the Home Office presents of our civil defences seems a long way from reality. If this propaganda film's anything to go by, pure British stiff upper lip will win the day and beat that damned radiation.
What happens now?
We carry on, as long as required.
That's a sort of nonsense that we're against. It's a sort of nonsense that gives people the impression that, in fact, in the event of a nuclear attack, they will survive. And of course, it's a con job. And it's a sort of thing, quite frankly, that we should say quite bluntly to government, this government or any other government. Stop kidding us about nuclear war. There is no defence against nuclear war.
Do you have a place here?
I am told I will have. That's if I'm still leader, should the event happen, or whoever's in my position would have a place.
Would you come?
No.
For those who do take their honoured place, they can rest assured that tea will be served in true British fashion. But if the Doncaster bunker is anything to go by, the chosen few may never live to tell the tale.